to let you know that this will be recorded for families who were not able to join us. If you want to watch this again afterwards, I'll be posting this on our elementary school YouTube channel, and it will also be available on our CCSP website. So thank you so much for joining us, and a big welcome back to those families who have joined us before or have other children at our school, and a huge welcome to all of our families who are new to CCSP. We are so glad that you chose us to be to play a role, such an important role in your child's education. We have a phenomenal team here at CCSP that I will introduce to you in just a moment. Today's afternoon, I will cover some pieces about COVID, about what kind of steps that we are taking to really make sure that your child is safe. And then I'll also be talking about other things outside of COVID, what kind of programs we offer, what kind of curriculum and instruction that your child will be experiencing. If you have any questions, please wait till the end. You can add them into the chat. Mr. Peterson will be answering questions. I know Nurse Cologne will also be available. And if any of the teachers would like to assist, if you have some specific answers, that would also be great. And throughout my presentation, I have added some pictures of our school last school year. We were so fortunate to be able to bring our students back onto campus, and we were really able to have some amazing opportunities, including our kindergarten graduation, which I know our teachers worked so hard to really make sure that we could celebrate this special occasion. So as you can see from the pictures, we did this outside. It was such a beautiful day, and we really can't wait to be able to celebrate your child in their graduation at the end of this school year as well. So we'll start with some introductions. My name is Charlotte Mahlerhausen. I am the principal here at our elementary campus. I have been at this school for 4 years now. I joined in 2018 as the assistant principal. I am from England. I have been in education now for, like coming on 17 years. And I'm very much at early childhood. I actually spent a lot of my career as a kindergarten teacher. So I really do understand what some of the anxiety that often our families have when they're sending their child to school for the first time. And then with the pandemic as well, I can understand that there's some questions, but I will want you all to go away this afternoon and know that your child is in very, very safe hands. And we have a really great team that not only will make sure that they're safe and healthy, but they will get the education that I know with the COVID and the pre-K, it's been very, very difficult. I can't do this job alone. I have a vice principal, Mr. Thompson. Unfortunately, he's not able to join us. He broke his ankle and he's going to be out resting. But when he's back, you'll see him around. We have Mr. Peterson, our Dean of Students. We have Miss MJ, our Operations Manager. Miss Mendoza, our administrative assistant, who is translating in the Spanish room, if you would like Spanish translation. And some other people who are not on the call today, but you may hear about them. We have Miss Volpe, who is our supervisor of student support services, who really looks after special education and other extra supports for students. And Mr. Curtis Palmore is our CEO. He acts as a superintendent of our school and looks after all of our campuses across kindergarten through 8th grade. But more importantly, I'd like to introduce you to our kindergarten team. So first of all, we have Miss Brumfield and Miss Evans. Miss Brumfield, if you'd like to come off mute and say good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Ms. Brumfield, and we work in kindergarten room 307, and we are really happy to see your kids coming in with us this year.
Thank you, Ms. Brumfield.
Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Karina Evans, and I work with Ms. Brumfield in room 307.
Thanks, Miss Evans. Next, we have Miss Rios, or Miss Bridget, as she's lovingly known, and Miss Kay.
Hi, everybody, Miss Bridget. I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon and get ready to have a whole lot of fun.
Thank you. Is Miss Kay on the call?
It's right here. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Miss Rosario, but everyone knows me as Miss Kay. I work with Miss Bridget, Miss Rios, and we are totally excited to have you. Mi nombre es Karina Rosario, trabajo con la señorita Ríos y estoy muy emocionada de tenerlos en el salón con nosotros este año.
Thank you so much. In next class, we have Miss Meany, Mr. J, and Miss Hart.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Meany. I work with Mr. J and Miss Hart, and we're in room 309. We're really excited to meet our new students for this year, and we can't wait to get going.
Thank you so much. Mr. J or Miss Hart?
Hi, I'm Miss Hart. I'm the special education teacher in Miss Meany, Mr. J, myself, classroom 309. And we are so excited to get this year started and to meet all of our new students and to work with you as well.
Thank
Hey everybody, Mr. J, the one and only, okay? Oh, the baby, so we're gonna have fun this year.
That's right, Mr. J. Thank you. Next, we have Miss Maya, and new to our school, her first day at CCSP as well, Miss Duran.
Hi, I'm Miss Meyer. I work in room 313, and I'll be working with Mr. Wren this year. I'm really excited for this upcoming school year.
Fantastic. Mr.
Hi,
Ran.
good afternoon. Hi, everyone. My name is Andrea Duran. This is my first day. I'm very excited to meet all the new students in this new school year.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ran. And last but no means least, we have Mrs. Peterson and Mr. Jose.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mrs. Peterson. We're in room 315, and we are so excited to see you all. We have a lot of great fun things planned for you.
Hi, I'm Mr. Jose. I have the best smile in all of kindergarten, and we're gonna do a lot of learning this year, and most importantly, we're gonna have a lot of fun. So we're really excited to see everyone here today, and we can't wait to see all the kids on Tuesday.
Thank you so much. And absolutely, Mr. Jose, I think you said it best, is that we are really, really excited to have all our students back on campus. Now, teachers will be reaching out to families, will connect you with your child's teacher over the next day or so that you'll know who they are. But just know that everyone is such a great big family here. So even if you have a question and it's not your child's teacher, they will always be really happy to help you. So let's get started with some of our other staff members that help us with the work that we do in our school. And I'm going to start with our intervention team. These three teachers work with students across kindergarten through 4th grade as our interventionists. As we get into the school year and we're assessing your child and we're looking at their reading level, if we identify students who may need a little extra support, Miss Gant, Miss Green, or Miss Lai may work with your child on those key skills. So let's start by saying a big hello from Miss Gant.
Hi, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful summer. I'm so glad to see you.
Mrs. Green.
Good afternoon, everyone. And we are excited for this new school year that's coming, and we can't wait to see you.
And Miss Lai.
Hello, everybody. I can't wait to meet everybody and start this new year.
Thank you so much. At CCSP, your child will also have specials. These specials are physical education and health, music, Spanish, and art. And we have a great specials team. So let's start with Mr. Frisch, our physical education teacher.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Frisch, and I will be working this year with Miss Brumfield and Miss Meany's class. Looking forward to an exciting school year.
Thank you, Mr. Frisch. We also have Miss Poggi.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. And I'll be working with Miss Rios, Miss Myers, and Miss Peterson's class this year.
Thank you so much. We also have our music teacher, Mr. L.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's nice to meet you. I will be working with all kindergarten and first, second, third, and fourth grade this year.
Thank you. We have Miss Kay. Is she on the call? She's not on the call. So Miss Kay is also our Spanish teacher, not to be confused with Miss Kay, who works with Miss Rio. So she is our Spanish teacher. And last but not least, we have our art teacher, Miss White.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Miss White. So we also have a special education resource room. We have two teachers who work very closely with any special education students who may need additional support. So we have Miss Mathlib. I don't know if she's on the call, but we also have Mr. Johnson as well, who works very closely with them. So even though they're not on the call, here's their pictures in case you see them around. We also have a group of teachers and staff who really support all of our classrooms and do a phenomenal job of working with everyone. So we have Miss Gonzalez. Well, she's here right now. And we also have Miss Morgan. So Miss Gonzalez and Miss Morgan were working in lots of different classrooms, so you may see them around. This school year, we're really fortunate to have a new school counselor who is joining us, and that's Miss Brackett.
Good afternoon, everyone. Looking forward to working with you and meeting everyone.
Thank you, Miss Brackett. And last but not least, our amazing school nurse, Nurse Cologne. I don't think she was able to join us this afternoon. So Nurse Cologne is really going to be a very important person in your contact list about anything to do with anything medical or health-wise, particularly around COVID as well, which I'll talk about in a second. So like I said, the first part of our presentation will go into what kind of steps we're taking around protecting your child in COVID, and then we'll get into some other academic pieces as well. So we're really committed to providing a healthy and safe environment for all of our scholars and staff, and the leaders have taken lots of different steps this school year. We have been closely monitoring the state health and safety guidance and reviewed all our building procedures to make sure that we are up to date. This guidance is forever changing. There was new guidance issued last Friday that we have been working on to really make sure that everything is in place correctly. And then we also reflected on last school year. For those of you who are new to our school, we were able to open a hybrid model last school year, and we took feedback from our families, from our staff, and from our students about what really went well and what things we could be better at. We really like to get your feedback. So every now and again, we may send out some surveys and some forms to you to get your feedback about what you think we should do differently. So some key points about the upcoming school year, which is different from last school year. As per Governor Murphy's executive order, all teaching and learning will take place in person for all scholars. The choice of remote or virtual option is not, choice is not an option. So everyone must be in person this school year. Additionally, there is a mask mandate for schools. That means anyone in the building, students, staff, or visitors, regardless of their vaccination status, must wear a mask at all times to keep everyone safe. And I will go into some specifics around masks and about visiting the school building a little later on. All of our students attend school for a full day between 7:45 and 3:45. Breakfast will be served in the classroom and lunch will be served in a combination of the cafeteria and the classroom. We don't want to put all our students in the same space because of safety, so we will be spreading everyone out. Like I said before, masks must be worn by everyone, and we do offer before and after care that I know Mr. Raff is on the call. He is our community schools site leader for the elementary campus, and he will be providing more details about that shortly. So wearing masks in school, we know for our youngest scholars, this can be a little challenging. Everyone does have to wear a mask except in certain circumstances. So while your child is eating and drinking, they won't wear a mask. If they are having a physical education class, which is in a well-ventilated area, such as outside, and they're able to be 6 feet apart, then they can take their mask off. And then obviously wearing a mask when there's an unsafe situation, we will take it off them. We know that wearing a mask when you're 5 years old is very difficult. So we will have mask breaks scheduled throughout the day. There is a 20-minute recess period for your child every day where they will take the mask off. In the case of inclement weather and they can't go outside, we are looking into purchasing an awning. There'll be a covering so that the students have a chance to have some kind of fresh air for a little while before coming back into the building. I also know that our classrooms, kindergarten classrooms, are some of the largest classrooms in our school building. So if there is a situation where students need to take their mask off, the teachers will be able to move them to another side of the room where they could take their mask off for a moment and then readjust without exposing them to close contact to another child. Some advice we would like to give all of our families to help your child become comfortable with the mask is explain why the mask is important, but doing that in a positive way. So instead of saying you have to wear the mask because you could get sick, just explaining that the mask is keeping us safe from germs and that actually it's a good thing, not a bad thing. For our younger students, making the mask seem normal. When our children are pretend playing, they have their favorite doll or they have a favorite teddy bear. Having that favorite teddy bear wear a mask as well makes it feel normal for them and helps them understand and begin to process exactly why they have to wear a mask. Giving your child some choice over the mask. So if they have a favorite toy or a favorite color, having the mask be that favorite color so they're excited to wear it and it's something that they look forward to. And ultimately making sure it fits comfortably and properly. We know what it's like when the mask doesn't fit well, it's too loose and it falls down, or if it's too tight, it's very distracting for us as adults. So having your child have a mask that really fits properly will help them get used to it and then be able to concentrate on the learning rather than worrying about the mask. If you have specific questions about the mask, Nurse Cologne will be able to help you, and we support a lot of families in making the right choices around those masks as well. Another step we're taking to really make sure everyone stays safe is we are really, really, really emphasizing that if your child is sick, do not send them to school. Every day, there will be a text message to you and all of our staff members reminding you not to bring your child to school if they meet some of the following criteria. The main thing I want to emphasize is that if there is anyone in your household, whether that's you, another family member, or your child who is waiting for COVID test results, do not send them into school. Because if that test becomes positive, then that child or that child will have been exposing other children to COVID. So it's really important that even if you're sure, like, I'm pretty sure they're negative, but I just had them take a test just to be sure for whatever reason, please just make sure that they stay at home. Again, if you have any questions, let us know. But if your child is sick, and just don't send them to school. I do want to also note that your child will not be marked absent if they stay at home due to a COVID-related situation. So if they're positive, or if they stay at home because they were a close contact or they're sick, your child will not be marked absent, okay? And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Last school year, we had temperature checks in place, but we now know that a fever isn't the best way to monitor for COVID. Sometimes students may be asymptomatic. So temperature checks are no longer required, but we will be doing them randomly to all of our students. And in the case where a student might be feeling sick, we have an isolation room. And that isolation room is for any student or any adult who develops symptoms during the day. This isolation room is away from the rest of the school building. It is not the nurse's office because we wanted to make sure that we don't infect anybody else. If your child is sick or has a fever over the day, you will be called and required to pick them up immediately. Therefore, it is so important that all of your contact information is up to date at all times. If you change your cell phone number or your email address, please notify the main office immediately so that we can make sure that in the event we need to quarantine your child, or if there's an emergency or we have to get hold of you for some reason, then we have the right information. If you have any specific medical questions around COVID or any other medical situation, please don't hesitate to contact Nurse Cologne. She is on Class Dojo for those of you who were on Class Dojo. If you're not on Class Dojo yet, this is a communication system that we will use, and teachers will be sending out invitations to connect you to that system. You can also email Nurse Cologne as well. Contact tracing. So we're taking a lot of steps to make sure no one who is positive or sick comes into school. But if a situation does arise where a child or an adult has symptoms that we kind of think could be COVID, might not be COVID, not really sure, we will tell you you need to get a COVID test for your child. When you do that, all of that information is being shared with Nurse Cologne. She'll need to know if your child is negative. She'll talk to you about when your child was last in contact with somebody. And if your child needs to quarantine, she will let you know for how long. It's case by case, it depends on the situation, but she will let you know exactly how long your child would need to quarantine. If your child is sent home to quarantine because they were a close contact to somebody who was positive, or they are sick and they need to stay away from other students, all of our teachers have Chromebooks for their students. So it's a little difficult for kindergarten Teachers are going to be teaching them how to use a Chromebook over the next several months, but we will provide you with either a Chromebook or some work as a packet for your child to do while they're at home with COVID. So we know that we don't want learning to stop. So we'll definitely make sure that either a Chromebook or a packet of work would be given to you while your child is at home. And again, they will not be marked absent if they are at home for COVID-related reasons. Now, we don't know what this year has in store for us. We hope to be in person all of the time, but at this point, we're really taking it day by day. In the unlikely event we do have to go back to a Zoom virtual learning, I do want to emphasize that that counts as just coming in person as it would in-person instruction. So uniforms would still be expected for students on cameras. And we do ask that all of our students are on camera so that the teachers can see them and your child can engage with their teacher while they're learning. We know homes are often a busy place, so where possible, really making sure that your child is in a quiet space. And their attendance will be taken and they will be graded on their assignments as they would if they were in person as well. So in our schools and classrooms, our students will be kept in the same group as much as possible throughout the day. And we're really taking a close look at our schedule to make sure that students don't cross over into other classrooms. So for example, if your child is in Miss Bromfield's class, we're making sure that all of the children in Miss Bromfield's class are in the same place and don't mix with the students in Mrs. Peterson's class. That way we can really limit any kind of transmission across classrooms. We have hand sanitizer in all of our classrooms and throughout the building, and our teachers use that with our students often. All our desks and tables have plexiglass like seen here, or for some students in the cafeteria or other places, we have them portable desk shields. So there's some kind of protection around them. Where possible, we do have tables facing the same direction. In kindergarten, our students are sat on a shared table, but there is plexiglass and dividers between them. When they're eating in the cafeteria, they will all be facing the same direction. We are minimizing the sharing of classroom materials and supplies. Sometimes that's not really possible, like books or crayons, or we work to give everyone individualized resources. But in the case of things like books, where we may need to share, teachers will be having very small groups of students share those items, and they will be cleaned where possible and using hand sanitizer before they use the materials and after as well. We have social distancing arrows all across our school. There is a one-way system around our common areas, so we don't have too many adults or students crossing over close to each other. And for all of our other grades, not so much kindergarten, we do have a monitoring our bathrooms and have sign outs. All of our kindergarten classrooms have bathrooms in the classroom, so our teachers will be able to closely monitor who is going to the bathroom and reinforce that hand hygiene as well. We did, this time last year, we overhauled our air filtration system, and we upgraded to the highest level of HEPA and ultraviolet filtration, so the air quality in our building is very high. For breakfast and lunch, all of our students we do offer that breakfast. The students would use hand sanitizer before and after, so we really can make sure everyone is cleaned. Breakfast will be served in the classroom. It's not expected that you have your child eat breakfast with us, so if you're more comfortable having your child eat at home, that's absolutely no problem. Just let the teachers know and we'll make sure that we don't serve the breakfast. If you would like your child to eat breakfast here, that too also is no problem. The lunch will be served in the cafeteria and the classrooms, depending on the number of students. We'll be splitting students up. This picture here shows actually the kindergartners eating their lunch last school year. And as you can see, everyone is spaced apart and everyone has a protective shield around them. Eating areas will also be cleaned frequently by our custodial staff. We also know that some parents choose to send their child with lunch as part of the New Jersey school nutrition policy. All food items in schools or items where sugar is the first ingredient is not permitted. Reason being that we know that high levels of sugar to our students actually interferes with their learning and they will find it hard to concentrate. So please make sure that the food you send is healthy. We discourage things like cookies and donuts and sugary items and really would ask that you think about bringing goldfish or crackers or animal crackers instead. Drinks such as water and 100% juice instead of things like Kool-Aid and some of the fizzy sodas would be more ideal. Just to let you know, we do not accept any food deliveries from restaurants or any other food delivery services like DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats for our students. So please do not send food. We will not be able to accept it. And I wouldn't want anyone to waste their money on those kinds of things. Arrival and dismissal. So the school day begins at 8 a.m. We have a before care service which starts at 7:15. If you do not have your child take part in before care, your child will start at 7:45, being that we have a 15-minute window where we can make sure that everyone gets to school on time. If you're familiar with this area of Patterson, you'll know that Spruce Street can be a very busy place. So we wanted to start bringing the students in a little earlier so we can get everyone eating breakfast at 8 a.m. Our kindergartners will enter in the cafeteria, and you will also be dismissed from the cafeteria as well. And parents and families, it is so important that everybody, even if you are vaccinated, you must wear a mask during arrival and dismissal. Please help us to keep ourselves safe and healthy by following that. Adults must be on the pickup list for those children to be released to them. And if you want to add somebody onto your pickup list or you need to update it, we will need their identification. We can't just change names. We actually need that person to show their identification so that we have that on record. If you have any further questions about that, Ms. Mendoza, our administrative assistant, and Ms. MJ, our operations manager, will be able to assist you with that. We do have a parking lot here at 75 Spruce Street that we use as a valet so that parents don't have to get out of their car and find parking, because we know how difficult that is. When you come into our parking lot, you'll see that there are numbered spaces. Please do not park in that space, even just for a moment, because all of those spaces are allocated to our teachers. And if they can't park into their space, it causes a backlog, and then they can't get into their classroom, and it becomes very disruptive. So please help us to keep our school running smoothly by driving down to the roundabout, which is at the end of the parking lot. You come around and you drive up and you'll stop at the cafeteria doors. You'll often see me and Mr. Peterson there saying good morning to everybody. There'll also be a number of other adults there because we want to get you out as quick as possible. Please bear in mind that this parking lot is a very busy place. We are asking everyone to drive slowly and be considerate of students, staff, and other parents. Now, during dismissal, we're trying to dismiss 500 students at the same time. It can get very busy. So to speed up our valet dismissal, each family will be given a hanging tag to put into your car that will show your child's last name. And that way our adults can see who you need from a distance and be able to retrieve your child as quickly as possible. That will be by family. So if you have students in other grades, we'll be able to retrieve all of your children and send them out to you quickly. Those tags are not in yet. Once they are in, we'll be distributing them to you with more information. So we know that every minute of instruction matters, and there is a learning gap that we are working to close. So therefore, we really discourage anyone be picked up from school after 3 p.m. We will not release your child after 3 p.m. From 3 o'clock till dismissal, your child is doing science and social studies and social emotional learning and lots of other important curriculum areas that this early pickup can become very disruptive to them. So if you do need to let the teacher know and call the main office, but we really encourage you to make appointments after 4 p.m. or at another time so that we can really keep your child learning the most that they can. All of our students must be picked up by 4 p.m. We know sometimes things happen, so give us a call, let us know. But students who are not picked up by 4 p.m. on a consistent basis will be charged $1 per minute. So please make plans in your schedule to get here for dismissal at 3:45. We are not accepting any drop-in requests at the office due to COVID. So please call the office for an appointment on our main line, or you can also reach Ms. Mendoza on our email. Our office hours are between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And again, appointment only. Please do not come to the school because we won't be able to accommodate your request. Give us a call first. So, attendance expectations. We expect everyone to arrive on time every day. We are looking for all of our students to maintain a 98% or more higher attendance. Again, this does not include COVID-related absences. That will not be factored into that. But it's really important that we want to start your child on the best possible foot for their education by having them in school as much as possible. And we know that the absences that your child have in kindergarten will impact them in first grade and second grade and beyond, because they are missing key important information and skills that will be important for them as they're older. Ms. Brackett, our school counselor, will be leading an attendance committee at our school building, and she may be reaching out to you. If you have any situations that happen where your schedule changes or you're having issues with transportation, please let us know. If we don't know, we can't help you, and we really want to make sure that we come together for your child and have them in school on time every single day. New for this year, for those of you who are new CCSP families who have been with us this year, because we have our 8 Morris Middle School campus across the street. We know some parents find it more convenient to be able to pick up have their middle school sibling pick up their elementary child. Now, we do discourage kindergarten students walking home with their older big brothers and sisters because they're so young, but we know there's a case-by-case situation that sometimes that might need, that you may need some support with that. So we will not be releasing any elementary student to their big brother or big sister in the middle school without written permission. This will be via the Google form and the permission letters, which I will share with everybody. But I do want to emphasize that if a middle school student comes over to a teacher and says, I'm here to pick up my little brother or sister, and they do not have that written permission, they will not be able to release them. That is for your safety, your child's safety, as well as our teachers. So because we're a charter school, we are our own district. We're not part of Patterson Public Schools, but there are some services that we do collaborate with them on, and buses is one of those. All our buses are provided by the Patterson Public Schools. If you would like your child to travel on the bus, or if there is an issue with the bus company, or you want to know about the stops, they are the best person to ask about that. The determination is based on how far you live from the school. 2.1 miles or more qualifies for transportation. They are very, they're not very flexible with that. They're very firm that it is 2.1 miles. And again, masks are required when traveling on a school bus. Uniforms. So our uniform vendor is YNK in Clifton. We are aware that there is an issue right now with uniforms, in that a lot of people are going to the uniform store. Several parents have reported to us of lines taking a long time. So we are actually in contact with the vendor to resolve this situation. There is a slowdown on production of clothing and other items right now, which is impacting our uniform store. So we are going to work with families regarding this. The school uniform is beige khakis or a skirt, the green CCSP polo with the CCSP logo. Gym is a yellow CCSP t-shirt. For gym days, there is a CCSP, sweatpants and gym shorts, and all shoes and sneakers should be all black. Ideally, parents, if your child cannot tie their shoelaces yet, please send them with Velcro if you can, or if you can teach your child how to tie their shoelaces, that would be even better. But we know that takes a little time. But for those kinders, when the shoes are untied, it becomes a real safety hazard. So anything you can do to help all our teachers there, I know they would be very appreciative. If you are having trouble with the uniform, please let your child's teacher or us know. Nurse Cologne does have some extra uniform. And if you are in a situation where you're struggling to get the uniform in time, please let us know and we will talk with you about that. Our academic curriculum program, like I said before, we do offer intervention, what's called Title I services, where students who need additional support will be provided that through the three, with our 3 teachers and with other support services that we have. We also have an inclusion class to service our special education students. That classroom is Miss Meany and Miss Hart and Mr. J. We also have a special education pull-out program for any students who will need that more support outside of that classroom should the need arise. Like I said before, we do have a before care and a aftercare program as well, which begins at 4 and ends at 6. One thing to note that is a little different about our school to some other schools is that every Wednesday, students will go home and be dismissed at 12:40, so that teachers have professional development that afternoon. So just a reminder, and parents, if you don't have the calendar, you can find it on our website, which I'll show you, but just make a note that Wednesday, September 1st, Wednesday, September 8th will be full day, regular day Wednesdays, and then beginning September 15th, those Wednesdays will be half days, and your child will need to be picked up at 12:40. We'll go over that again a little later with everyone.
Water.
We also know that the pandemic has caused a need for students to have additional support. We'll be starting a Saturday Academy in October, and there will be after school tutoring as well starting in November. Your teachers may reach out to you to let you know that your child qualifies for that, but we'll give you more information about that closer to the time. Our daily schedule consists of balanced literacy. So your child will learn phonics, which is their sounds, and learning the alphabet and sight words and how to put those sounds together. They'll also have a reading class, a writing class, math, science, and social studies. And as you saw before, we have a great specials team that will also work with your students, with your child. And then for when your child comes to 3rd and 4th grade, they will then be put into departments. So they start to get ready for middle school. They'll have an ELA teacher and a STEM teacher. And this is actually an insight into Miss Meany, Miss Hart, and Mr. J's classroom last school year in kindergarten. First day of school is on Tuesday, August 31st. Please make a note of that because we are bringing our students back earlier than some of the other school districts. Like I said, every Wednesday, beginning September 15th, you will need to pick up your child at 12:40. We do have monthly coffee chats. So myself, Mr. Peterson, Miss MJ, and other leaders like to meet with families. We want to hear from you. What's working for you, or what do you need support with? What can we do better? And we like to have a monthly coffee chat. It's been virtual before. I'm planning to do these in person. On our website, you'll see all the dates. Our first one is October 21st. Please put that on your calendar and stay tuned to our YouTube channel and our school website. This is where all our information will be posted. If you go onto our ccsp.org website, there is a button here that says 75 Spruce School. That is where myself and Miss Mendoza will be posting all information. You will find the supply list there right now. There will be information about the parent orientation. This video will be posted there, and lots of other information also. Just one thing to know is that if you click on the district is all of our campuses, K through 8. This is where you will find our school calendar with all that information. To help communicate with you, we use lots of different electronic platforms. We have teacher websites. All of our teachers have their teacher websites that will have information about resources and activities that you can do to support your child, what your child is learning in class. We also have a PowerSchool parent portal that will be open to you, where you will be able to see your child's attendance. You'll be able to see what days they attended, what days they were absent, as well as their grades and how well they're doing in school. So I will be recording a video to share with all our parents to walk you through how that is set up once that is ready to go. And lastly, we use a platform called Class Dojo. This platform is designed to allows us to communicate with you on a regular basis. You can communicate with me personally or any of the other teachers and leaders, as well as see how your child's doing in school. There are points that your child will be able to earn as incentives for class. But Dojo, if you're not registered already, please sign up. It's a free account, and then the teachers will invite you, and there will be a code that you will need. The teachers will give you that code, and that will connect you to them. So please be patient with us as we work through that. Miss MJ, would you like to talk about the survey?
One minute, I'll get Miss MJ on.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, families, while Miss MJ is getting on. I think she's just, I can hear, I think she just has some technical issues and she's just getting on. There is a survey that will be going out to all of our families on the first day of school. This survey is part of this department, the education department, the state education department. And it's really important that everybody fills this out because it helps us get the funding we need to be able to run our school. And it also will help you with any kind of the PBT cards as well. Mr. Peterson, is Miss MJ joining us?
Yeah, I'm here, Charlotte.
Oh, I'm sorry, MJ. MJ, could you talk to our families about the survey, please?
Sure. So this, for those, oh wait, this is Kinder. So you're new to our family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we have this application. It's a survey. Just give you a quick shot of what it looks like. And so your child will be receiving it on the first day of school. We ask that you complete it and sign it. Most importantly, please sign the survey. And so the reason for the survey, it's twofold. It serves two purposes. So it helps fund us to have free breakfast and lunch for the students. And also it's a funding for the PEBT cards, which Ms. Marlahausen explained. And so what we do is we download every child's name, give it to the state, and then from there they take over and they start issuing the PEBT cards. It's really important. It helps with our funding, as I've said, and that's about it. So if you have any questions, by all means, call the school or give me a little call. And it's an income survey, not a language survey. I'm sorry, I may have said the word language, but it's a home income survey. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And I look forward to meeting all of you.
Thank you, MJ. So at this point, I'm going to hand over to, I think, Mr. Raff. I'm not sure if Ms. Lucero is with us, but Mr. Raff, who's going to speak about the community schools.
Hello, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed your summer and relaxed and got to have fun. My name is Mr. Raff. I'm the site coordinator here at 75 Spruce Street, which is our elementary school campus. I oversee all of our expanded learning time programs we offer, such as before care, after school, tutoring, and all those fun things. I work within the community schools department, which Ms. Lucero, who is our director, is going to go into a little bit more detail about, so you can know what exactly we do. And I look forward to meeting all of you and your children, and we're going to have a great year, so I'm excited.
Thank you, Mr. Raff. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarai Lucero. I'm the Director of Community Schools. I'm so excited to see you all, and I'm excited to see our scholars next week. Just to give you guys an overview of what the Community Schools Department is. So as Mr. Raff was saying, we oversee all the expanded learning time programs. So our before care, after school program, tutoring, Saturday Academy, all those different programs. We would be the point of contact if you need information, if you need the link to register, how do you register, all that good stuff. We also offer our families different family workshops, which I will go into a little bit during the presentation. Our signature events for CCSP, we put them together. And We work on creating different relationships and partnerships with different organizations within the city so that we can provide all of our families, our students, our teachers with vital resources that they would need for any type of support, whether it's for housing information, food, different things like that. So we would be the point of contact and we can connect you to who can support you better. So I can go, Ms. Marla Hausen, if you go to the next slide. Thank you. All right, so our Before Care program starts September 7th. Students will start being let into the building at 7:15. So the fee to have your child enrolled in the Before Care program is $80, and that is for the entire year. We do provide parents with a payment plan option. So if you cannot pay the $80 in full, we will work with you to create a payment plan so that you don't have to worry about paying it in full. And a member from the community schools department, it might be myself, Mr. Raff, or another member from the team will be reaching out to you once you register using the link that we've posted on Class Dojo or on the website, letting you know when you are scheduled to come in and actually give the payment. For our after school program, it starts on Monday, September 20th. For kindergarten. So for kindergarten, it runs Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 3:50 to 6 p.m. There is a charge of $100 to enroll your child into the after school program for kindergarten. Again, we do offer payment plans for those that cannot pay the $100. And then on selected Wednesdays, which we will inform you which Wednesdays we do cover under the after school program, the program runs from 12:30 to 4 p.m. And we'll be providing more information for those parents that have registered for the program on September 10th at 5:30. We'll be sending out a Zoom link to those family members that have registered so that you can join us, and we'll provide you with a more detailed overview of the after school program. Thank you. So here at CCSP, we have what's called a homeschool council. So what is a homeschool council? So it's a parent-led council that parents are elected. You basically apply for one of the executive board positions, which is like the homeschool council president, the vice president, the secretary, or the treasurer. And the homeschool council supports us with student and parent advocacy within the school because we want to hear your voice. We want you to tell us what you want to see in the school, what is working, what's not working, what other activities we can offer our students, our other parents that you feel like, you know, we need to see more in the school. You also support our department with fundraising, and these fundraisers go for any special events or activities we're trying to do within the school. And most importantly, you help us contact other parents. It's important for us to, be able to reach all of our various parents within the school, and you support us with that. So if this is something you feel like you would be interested in joining, you can go to our amazing website. You go to CCSP, you'll see a community schools tab. Under the community schools tab, you'll see another tab that says parent resources. Once you press that, you'll see an application available for those who are interested in joining the executive board for the homeschool council. And if you feel like, you still want to be a part of, you still want to support, we are starting committees this year for those parents that might not be as have a flexible schedule to participate in all of our homeschool council meetings, but still want to be involved. You can go and actually apply for one of the committees. And an example of some of the committees that we do have are our staff appreciation committee, parent engagement communication committee, just various committees like that you support us, whether it's in fundraising or volunteering to help us with events, all that good stuff. So within the homeschool council, we have a monthly meeting for all of our parents. And there we provide you with really important campus updates, things that's going on in the schools, activities that might be going on the upcoming month. So that's the second Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. So we'll post the link on Class Dojo. We'll post it on the CCSP website, our social media, so that you're aware of when these meetings are coming up. What we are implementing this year is a request for homeschool council support form, and that support form is on our website. So let's say that you are in need of housing information, food, clothing, you need support with registering your child for ELT, those different types of items. When you go to our website, you'll see that section that says, are you in need of support? You complete that small, brief, quick survey, letting us know exactly what you need support with, and someone from the community schools department will reach out to you with the information or the resources that you may need. Thank you. We also have a health and wellness, we also offer different health and wellness initiatives within the school. So we have a family fitness series, and that is returning this school year. So we offer yoga, Zumba, and boot camp to our families here at CCSP. And it's just for $5 a month. You can go to these unlimited classes throughout the month, every month. And then we also have our Wellness Wednesdays. So we partner with St. Joseph's Hospital. Their medical residents actually come and provide families with COVID-19 updates, health workshops, and on selected Wednesdays, they can provide different health screenings. And that's the last Wednesday of every month. And then the most popular items are our signature events. So as you can see in the bottom right corner, we have a picture of our families at a farm. So we offer these really amazing big events. We have 7 events that we do a year, and all that information is posted on Class Dojo with the flyer, the RSVP forms for you to register, letting us know how many people will be attending from your family. And just some examples, we have a fall festival, our Jingle for a Cause, a fun run, a Mother's Day tea party, a Father's Day tournament, and an end of year carnival. So as I mentioned, all that information will be posted on Class Dojo and on our website. So just please make sure that you're checking all of that frequently. And I'm so excited to get to know all of you, and welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lucero. I will say families, that is something that really sets us apart from a lot of different schools, is the work that our community schools department do. For many schools, there are a series of people that may do events like this, but we have our own department, and because of that, we're able to offer these great resources. So if you need any help with anything, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you get to the wrong person, they will direct you to the right person as well. So stay tuned for all those great events. And lastly, parents, as we start to wrap this up, I do want to say on behalf of the teachers and behalf of our leadership team, we really couldn't be more thrilled that you have decided to send your child to us, to really you entrust us with your child, not only their health and their safety, but also their education. Please be rest assured that your child is in very safe hands here at CCSP. We have phenomenal teachers who work very closely with every family, every need. And we are really excited to welcome all of our students back on campus, and really looking forward to having a successful 21-22 school year. And I put these pictures here on this presentation because this reminds me of where we'll get to be eventually. We may be wearing masks and we may be a little further apart, but in fact, we're actually closer together. And I know that your child will have a great time here at our school. So thank you so much for your time. We will be staying on for questions in a second. Just know that I will post this video and post this presentation on our website, so you can access it at any time as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to either drop them in the chat or unmute, and we'll be happy to answer them. If you are a family member, if you don't have a question, feel free to log off, and we will see you on Tuesday. Please feel free to unmute if you have a question. Nurse Cologne is just letting us know there is a back to school book bag giveaway at Pennington Park. I believe the 28th is tomorrow at 10:30. Thank you so much, Nurse Cologne. That is in the chat for those families who would like that. And I think, Nurse Cologne, would you be able to post that if you haven't already? Thank you.
I have a question.
Excuse me, I have a question. Oops, sorry.
Okay, no problem. We'll go with Miss Jones and then Miss Jennifer.
I have a question for the Wednesdays for the after school care. That's the only day that I would need after school care. So, and I have 4 kids in the school. What I wanted to know is, would I still have to pay the $100, even if I only need it just for the one day?
Ms.
Hi,
Lucero?
Oh, sorry. Hi, Ms. Jones. So
Hi.
I'm going to reach out to you directly to discuss further. I know you mentioned you have 4 other children within the school. So if you can just put your email on the chat, I'll reach out to you shortly.
Okay.
There was a question about the bathroom. I know Mr. Peterson answered it, but just to reiterate to everyone, the bathrooms are inside the classroom. So your child doesn't have to go very far, and there'll always be an adult on hand if should they need any special help.
If they happen to be in the cafeteria or outside and need to come in, usually somebody comes in with them to bring them to the bathroom, to the main bathrooms downstairs. That will be the only time they use the bathroom on the first floor.
Thank you, Ms. Cologne. There was a question in the chat. Gym is twice a week. The specific days will depend on who your child's teacher is. They'll be able to let you know. In terms of the uniform store, they can wear the khaki pants for gym right now if they need to. We'll be flexible with that. School starts at 8, but please have your child here by 7:45. 7:45 is the arrival time for students. If you go to before care, it will be 7:15. You're welcome.
Excuse me, I have a question. What kind of shoes my son needs to bring for the gym?
The gym is sneakers, so just black sneakers will be fine.
Okay, yep, thank you.
You're welcome. I have a question from Ms. Mercedes. Should all supplies be in their book bags in first day? If you can bring the supplies on the first day of school, that would be great. So if you want to bring them in over a couple of days, that's absolutely fine.
I have a question about the bathrooms for the kindergartners. I'm sorry. I know you guys said a couple things before, so I don't know if I'm repeating a question, but I teach my daughter to go into the bathroom by herself, close the door behind her, so she goes by herself. That's not going to be an issue, is it? Like she's allowed to go in by herself and close the door behind her. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for reinforcing that. That's no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Go in and use the bathroom on their own. They just are not allowed to lock the door for safety purposes.
Right. And that was a question as well. Like I know that, but so she's learning how to wipe on her own, of course, you know. So I'm teaching her that. If she does end up getting like anything on herself, I know there's a change of clothes. The clothes is given to the child for her to change on her own in the bathroom.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
So they can't wear their gym clothes to school?
On gym days.
Okay.
The teacher will tell you which days are their gym days, but we really encourage your child to wear their regular uniform during regular days and gym uniform on gym days.
On gym days. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rosario, you're welcome.
I have a question.
So
I'm sorry. So when exactly we're gonna know who's the teacher for the student? The same day that school
That's the
starts?
question I've
or
been
right
asking.
now?
So the teachers, I'll be sending all your contact information to the teachers, and they will be contacting you within the next, by on Monday, they'll start contacting you about that, okay?
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your patience.
So I have a question regarding, I know that the uniforms are enforced. And I remember how important it was to always make sure the sweater as well is part of the school uniform, but they're back ordered at YNK. So how important is it if she wears a different sweater? Because I know, you know, it's cold up there sometimes. Like the first week of school till they have the sweaters available. Can she wear something else?
Well, to be honest, Mom, I don't know if she's going to need to wear a sweater because we have like in the school building, the temperature is normal right now and we have air. And with it being like 90 degrees and what have you right now, to be quite honest, I don't see her needing a sweater anytime soon. Hopefully by the time the colder weather does come, those uniforms will be in stock. If for some reason they're not, please let us know and we will take it. But we're really trying to discourage like moving away from the uniform because it really keeps our community together.
No, I totally understand, but I know Onyx, so I know she's always cold. That's the only reason why. And then the other question was, it's been a while, but the backup clothes, does it have to be uniform too?
Yes.
Right, so the backup clothes that we send to class in case she has an accident, it should be an extra uniform.
Yes, so like if you're buying khaki pants, buy an extra pair.
Yeah, we have.
Right? Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hi, I have a question. What time is this dismissal? Because I see dismissal was 3:50.
Yeah, so dismissal for kindergarten, we start that a little earlier at 3:45.
Okay.
Because they're a little smaller.
Okay.
Any other questions?
For the uniform, are they allowed to wear the uniform dresses?
If they're the uniform, I believe the kind of like the ones that go over the t-shirt from like I think they have them in Y&K. Others they can, yes, as long as it's khaki colored.
It's not your teacher.
Okay, thank you.
It's your principal. She's the principal.
Any other questions?
And then
Hi, I have a quick question. Sorry. Has dismissal always been at 3:45, even previous to COVID? Has that always been the school's time to get out?
Right.
It's a little later this year. It's a little later this year, yes. We moved it a little later because we're trying to really have our students in for as much as possible. It's just, we just really need to take, all our lessons run up right up to that time. So we're really discouraging coming earlier. That's why we're not releasing students before 3 o'clock. So that might be a different shift for some of the families who have been here for a while.
Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And then Miss Cindy, Miss Mendoza, we have a question on the chat. If you can just inform that parent, I'm not sure if you might have to come out of the Spanish room. They might not be in the Spanish room, but teachers will be sending parents a message on Class Dojo for them to receive that information with the information for Class Dojo.
I just have one more question. This is not regarding the kindergarten. I missed the 2nd grade orientation. Would my son's teachers still be sending me the teacher would still be sending me like who his teacher is going to be on Dojo 2?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so it all will be for the children for the same thing, basically for all the grades?
That's right. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hey families, if you have any other questions, please drop them in the chat. I'll come off mute. If you don't have any questions, you are free to go. Please remember school starts on Tuesday. We can't wait to see you.
Ms. Marlerhausen, we have one other question, whether in the classes there will be a bilingual teacher.
So some of our staff members do speak Spanish, but in the case where we don't have Spanish speaking teachers, we do have staff members who are able to translate and support. Is this parent in the Spanish room, Ms. Lucero, or?
I'm not sure, but I see their questions on the chat. So they, Ms. Mendoza can't hear them, so she might not be able to speak to them directly.
Thank you. There is 2 adults in the classroom, 2 teachers in each class, and then in the inclusion classroom, there will be 3, a general education and a special education.
Buenas tardes. Yo soy la mamá de Emiliano San Juan. Yo quería saber si a qué horas exactamente él tiene que estar en la escuela, porque a él lo va a recoger un bus.
Okay. She's asking what time exactly does he have to be in the school because a bus will be picking him up.
Pero creo que esta semana no lo va a recoger hasta que me avisen. Supuestamente el email que me llegó hoy. Entonces, el niño tiene que estar en la escuela a las 7:45.
A las 7:45 necesita estar en la escuela, pero te dijeron en el mensaje que no lo van a recoger esta semana.
Sí, supuestamente dice, pues yo llamé y me habían dicho que sí lo iban a recoger a las 8:05 de la mañana. Y después hoy recibí un email y me dicen que él de pronto esta semana, mientras llegan hacen toda la lista y todo eso, de pronto no lo recogen, de pronto. Es lo que dice mi email.
Okay. She's just saying that she received an email from the bus company saying that they wouldn't be picking up her son until 8:05. And that was the last that she's heard. If you want Ms. Marlerhausen, I can ask her to just drop her information and we can possibly just reach out to her directly if she can send us the email or if.
Yeah, let's do that.
Si me puedes poner la información de usted en el chat, te vamos a mandar un mensaje o te vamos a llamar para figurar qué está pasando.
Ok, ¿dónde puedo ponerla? ¿Dónde dice chat?
Sí.
Ok, otra pregunta. El niño, él va para clase regular de inglés nada más, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Ok, ok.
Buenas. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Buenas, yo tengo una pregunta. Yo quiero saber si la ropa que yo tengo que poner extra en la mochila del niño tiene que ser un uniforme o una ropa normal.
De uniforme.
Oh, ese es el problema. Solamente yo pude conseguir un solo t-shirt regular porque en la tienda de uniformes no hay. Y estoy llamando toda la semana y ellos me dicen que todavía no ha llegado el size para él.
So, Ms. Marlerhausen, the clothes that the students have to bring in their book bags, can it be different clothes or it has to be an extra uniform? Because she hasn't been able to get a second uniform just yet.
Well, it has to be a uniform. What I would suggest is most accidents happen from the waist down in general. So if just an extra pair of khaki pants and underwear will probably be enough for right now. And then we can also help if they have an accident on their t-shirt, then we can give them an extra t-shirt.
Para solamente necesita traer pantalones de khaki y si tienen como se pone algo en la camisa, nosotros no podemos darle una camisa para ponerse.
Ok,
No
perfecto.
tienes otro uniforme.
Ok, otra pregunta. Para eso del bus, ¿yo tengo que aplicar o cómo yo puedo tener esa opción para el bus escolar?
So Ms. Mendoza, you might have to just come out of the chat for this one because I can speak Spanish, but it's not the best. So you might have to explain this a little bit more.
I can do it, Ms. Lucero.
Thank you, Ms. Benoit. But the bus will only be picking, Ms. Marlerhausen, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the bus, you have to be 2.1 miles away from the school for the bus to pick your child up for you to be eligible for the bus transportation.
Okay, lo voy a decir en español y lo voy a decir en inglés. Hello, everyone. This is Giselle Benoit. A lot of you have been dealing with me via phone or email. So just want to explain transportation. If you can please put yourself on mute so that everyone can hear me. Thank you. So for transportation, a list gets sent over to Patterson Public Schools. Patterson Public Schools are the ones who provide transportation for the students. So they have everyone on this phone call's name, address, all their information. If you're 2.1 or more miles from the school, from the campus, they're going to be reaching out to you. Some of you may have already received the letter. If not, you're supposed to be getting a letter this weekend that will let you know that you qualify for the bus. If you do get a letter and you are not going to take the bus, we also need you to let us know. You can either send an email or call the school. We need to know who's going to be on and who's not going to be on the bus. But they're the ones who decide, and then they'll let us know, they'll let you know. They have not sent us a list yet, so we still don't know who is eligible for transportation. They're saying that it's possible that their transportation may be available on the first day of school, but in the past there has been issues, so I didn't want to promise everyone. In the email I sent earlier, I said it's possible that it may not be available the first couple of days, but I will be emailing everyone once it's confirmed. So I just wanted to just clear that up, okay? En español, si me puede oír, también si me puede mandar un email, la persona que estaba haciendo preguntas, quiero hablar con usted separado, pero el transportación, el Departamento de Transportación te va a mandar una carta este fin de semana. Si no lo ha recibido, quizá mañana lo va a recibir, dejándote saber si a ustedes le tocan el bus. Ellos te van a dejar saber dónde y qué hora usted tiene que coger el bus. Cualquier pregunta que tú tengas, por favor, me puedes llamar o me puedes mandar un email. Todo el mundo tiene mi email, te lo puedo explicar diferente. I don't know if anybody else wants to chime in because my Spanish isn't that great either.
También quería dejarles saber a las personas que quieren saber sobre la transportación. Si quieres averiguar con anticipación, usted mismo puede llamar directamente a la transportación de Patterson Public Schools y ellos te dejarán saber si usted cualifica. So I was just letting them know that if you are anxious about knowing and you haven't received the letter, you're more than welcome to call the transportation department directly and find out from them if you qualify for transportation.
Yeah, hi. I just want to know, when will we get like the full daily schedules for the kids?
The teachers will send them to you shortly, okay? So you will have, your child as well will stay with the same teacher all day as well. So you don't have to worry about them moving around. And when they have art, music, and Spanish and gym, those teachers come into the classrooms as well. But your child's teacher will share their schedule with you shortly. Any other questions?
Buenas, una pregunta, sí, sobre el bus, nuevamente, porque si tienen alguna lista así de bus que puedan compartir, porque mi niño creo que no califica, entonces yo no tengo un transporte, un automóvil, y he tratado de llamar a diferentes compañías, pero me dicen que como que el horario no lo pueden tomar porque ellos tienen otras rutas. Quería saber qué otras opciones podemos tener.
No sé, ¿dónde usted vive? Bueno, entonces vamos a hablar separado. Usted tiene mi email, yo soy Giselle Vanoy.
Sí, yo tengo su email, sí.
Ok, vamos a hablar separado.
Gracias.
Okay, any more questions? She was just asking if there are other forms of transportation, like private companies that we may know of, that provide pickup and drop off services. So if anyone is in need of that type of a service, I do have a phone number of someone who does do that, and I'll be willing to share that with you privately.
Thank you, Ms. Vanoy. Okay, families, we are coming to the end of our time. We know that there will be lots of questions. You may think of something afterwards. Please give us a call at the main office. Your teachers will be reaching out to you shortly. Otherwise, I wish you all a great weekend. Please tell your children we are really looking forward to seeing them. We can't wait to see them on Tuesday, and we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.